I'm back again. I am finally getting around to recording for the 2018 Pagan Challenge, and I am on letter C. And I decided to talk a little bit about consecration. When I first started research and following, I always thought that consecrating was for just ritual. Okay? That was just me. And as I started reading a little bit more about it, then I found out, oh, not everybody does that. Am I wrong? Are they wrong? Is it really necessary? And I'm going to tell you, it's all up to you. It's your choice. It's how you feel. And if you feel that you should consecrate everything that comes into contact with your altar, do it. If you feel the need to clear something before it even steps into your house, do it. And I wouldn't say that there's a right or wrong, really, because that's the beauty of our path, right? It's the beauty of paganism, that you and spirituality and everything else, whatever you want to call it, that it is your choice. It's how you feel. And I just wanted to share a few things with you and how I've handled what consecration means to me. So if you've watched my past videos, you know that I am one of those witchy people that just has an addiction to cool, eclectic, anything that really tickles my fancy, I pick it up, right? Well, I was out and about. Ooh, you heard that, didn't you? I didn't even show you yet. Well, I've been looking for, okay, this is another thing, is when I come across something, I will look up the name, but then I always second guess myself. Am I saying it right, or am I butchering the name? But I want to say it's called the Tingsha, and that it's Tibetan. I want to say it's Tibetan or, Buddhist or, from that area. And they're basically symbols. And so I just wanted to share. But aren't they beautiful? I picked them up from a vintage shop. And they had no idea what these were. So I tried to educate them a little bit on it, and they sold them to me for an awesome deal. Like, I was expecting to pay $30, $40 for these. And I walked out of there, $12. I was like, yeah, it was meant to be. But here, I don't even know if I'm holding them right, but beautiful, right? Beautiful. So, I didn't do any kind of consecration on these. And this is why. I felt the second that I picked these up and I chimed with them, I made a connection. They're mine. They're cleared. They're mine. I had no feeling or fear that I was carrying over negativity, right? But I think it's because of what these represent. Okay? Now, some practitioners want to avoid consecration of their tools because they feel that they don't need to, because it's basically, if it's in your hand, right? These are my mala. This is my mala. Okay? And by purchasing these beads, and I put this together with my own energy, I didn't feel the need that I needed to do anything with the beads. I didn't need to do anything, to clear them. All right, because I was working my energy in the direction of the tool. So I didn't want to stop what I was doing and disrupt my natural energy flow. Okay? That's just how I feel with most things. And I feel that way when it comes to my art tools. If I'm doing something that I want to put on my altar, I won't stop to do consecration in any, just because I just don't want it to disrupt the flow that I'm already in. So I have specific tools that I use, but did I consecrate them? No, because again, the energy that I put through, say, my fountain pen, if I'm doing ink art, the paintbrush and the water, if I'm doing other types of painting at my altar, I just feel that it's the energy that I'm putting through that tool. That's enough for me for it to work. Now, if you feel that a ritual is necessary, then it is. It is, because you feel that it's necessary to do that. Even if you have one specific item that you feel, that's fine. Do it, then do it. But if you have something else, it's it's an individual choice of what you're going to do. I'm going to read a few things to you, just because I don't remember everything. Some aspects of consecration. Okay, it purifies the item before it's used to interact with the divine. Okay, it removes any negative energies from the tool. This is good for if you're not sure of the tool's history. Okay, so that's a good idea if you don't feel connected, basically. That's a good idea. So this is used for any really item, tools, clothing, jewelry, your altar space in its entirety. Sometimes, when I'm at my altar space, I'll take my smudge stick, my sage, and I'll smudge it real fast. It just kind of clears out the energies. So one of the ways is by offering the tools or the item to the powers of the four elements. It is consecrated and blessed from all directions. So there's one way of doing that. Salt is for north, and it represents earth. Incense can be for air, which is the east. Candle, which is the fire, represents the south, and then water, which is for water, and it represents the west. So these are basic things that in the beginning that you learn, so you can utilize the elements. You if your tradition requires that you cast a circle, you would do it at that time. You light your candles, your incense. You hold your item or your tool in both hands, and in this type of consecration ritual, you would hold your item in both hands and you face to the north, and you pass it over the salt. And you can say, powers of the north, guardians of the earth, I consecrate this, and then you would place in whatever your item is. Your wand, your knife, an amulet, your art tools, anything that it might be. And charge it with your energies. I purify it this night and make this tool sacred. And you would go about doing that. You would turn to the east. You would do the same thing. You'd hold the tool in the smoke of the incense. And you would say the same lines as before. I won't go through them all because this video would be super long. But really, you don't even have to say those words. You can say whatever words that you want. It's just your intent. Okay? You have to just pour your intention into it. And then you would go about, turn to the south. You pass the tool over the flame, obviously without burning yourself, so be safe. Don't burn your item up. I missed that one. Where did to the west? Yeah, past. So you'd pass tool over the water. Okay. And then it says after that you would face your altar, hold your tool or item to the sky, and you would say, "I charge this," and what it is. Okay, in the name of old ones, the ancients, the sun and the moon and the stars, by the powers of the earth, of air, of fire, and of water, I banish the energies of any previous owners, and I make it new and fresh. I consecrate this, and then whatever the item is, and it is mine. So after doing all of that, you consecrated, you claimed ownership of it. You can use it immediately to bind and strengthen the energy of the tool or cloth or whatever it is that you just consecrated. Okay, some people choose to do that. Another way to do that, to consecrate, if you have a wand, an athame, chalice, is to use it in ceremony. So, after you've done, you can use it in ceremony to consecrate other tools. Okay, so you don't have to go through that whole ceremony or ritual, but you can utilize another item. Okay, if that makes sense. If it's clothing, if it's jewelry, begin to wear it and connect that bond. So, for me to sit down and consecrate, it's not that I don't want to take the time to do something like that, but for me, it feels like it's really elaborate. And it would have to be a really, really special item that I know I would be utilizing every moment, or something that I wear on my body. And that's just me. For anything else that I have around my home or even on my altar, I feel that the energy that I bring to my space is all positive. And I don't allow negativity in my space, and my intentions are always positive. So the energy that I have coming through me to that specific item, to me, feels like, okay, it's mine, and now we have this bond. That's just me. So if it feels right for you to consecrate your item or your tool or whatever it is, then do it. So I just wanted to share that, because there's no right or wrong, for me at least, in my views. But if it's in your tradition to do that, then by all means, go for it. So I hope you guys learned a little bit. I know I definitely did on this topic when I was researching it to share with you. So it was interesting to hear different viewpoints on it. So let me know if that's, down below, comment if that's something that you feel that you have to do with your items or your cloth or anything that you utilize is consecrating your items. Is that something that you feel strong about? I'd love to hear your opinions. So go ahead and drop me a comment, say hi, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye, guys.